Like I said, welcome to the Transfer Summer Start Info session. My name is Joseph Razzo. I am a transfer co-lead. This is Taylor here. We both transferred here in fall of 2012. I started here through this program, actually. I thought it was a really great opportunity. I learned a lot from it, and so I decided to come back and be for last year. And again, I decided to come back and be a coordinator for it.
I actually didn't go through the program, but I did become involved in the program as a mentor the summer after I transferred in. So I find a lot of value in it. That's why I decided to get more involved in it.
So let's go ahead and have our panelists introduce ourselves. Want to start, Tima?
Hi, my name is Fatima Siddiqui. I'm a third-year biosci major.
Hi, my name is Jen from Chaiseri, and I'm a pharm sci major third year.
I'm Jeremy Chang, and I'm Asian American Studies major.
I'm Ramon Jacinto, and I'm a political science major.
Okay, so if at any time you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to just raise your hand. This is going to be a lot of information. We're just going to kind of try to zip through it.
So a little bit about summer session here. We have about 800 courses offered through the summer. We also have about 12,000 students on campus, which kind of seems like a lot, but considering we have about 28,000 students during the regular school year, it's a lot slower, and it's a lot better to kind of get to know the campus here. We also have our early start for freshmen and transfers, so kind of like the program we have here, we offer to incoming freshmen. We also have our study abroad program in Bali, so this is for public health majors. They go over there and kind of get like, on-the-job training. We also have our free university success courses. I believe some of you picked up those pamphlets about them. They're free courses that are offered during session 2. They're online, and they're talking about basic university skills, like how to manage your stress, your time, health, and whatnot. So we also have 50 online courses we offer, like academic courses. And we also offer the leadership development program, which our panelists are currently going through. We train them throughout the school year to become mentors throughout the summer for incoming transfers and freshmen.
All right, so this is just a quick overview of what the order of the slides that we're going to go in. We're going to go over benefits, program options, academics, the mentors, our events, housing, dates and fees, how to enroll, and we'll have a Q&A at the end as well if there's anything that we missed. Okay, so some of the benefits, a few of the benefits for the program itself is you get to start at UCI early. What's great about the program this year, as of last year we only had one session, this year we have 2 sessions, so you're able to get a whole quarter's worth of coursework before the academic school year actually starts. It's a good way to get adjusted to the fall quarter system. You start being able to network with faculty and peers. During the program itself, you have access to a lot of research labs, a lot of different professors and things like that, and you can start networking with them to get, I know a lot of you came to the booth and were inquiring about research, but this is a good way to get involved. We've had a few mentors that were able to, through the summer program, meet their research labs and start research in the fall. You can also familiarize yourself with the campus and the resources, like I said, through our events, through our workshops, through the networking that you have, and I think I went over the last point already. Okay. So this is where it gets really, really confusing.
So we offer the summer session program throughout session 1 and session 2. And we also do a full session, full summer program. So what's going to happen is during your first session here at UCI, or during the summer, you take the 2-unit Social Science 89 Transfer Start Seminar, and you take 1 elective course. Now if you do just session 2, you would do that again in session 2. For the full summer, what you would do is you would take the seminar in session 1 along with your 1 elective, and then during session 2, you would have 2 electives of your choice. And also throughout the program, we have our workshops and events. We've talked about the Inside UCI events, to where we have faculty around campus open up their labs and give you a tour about what they do, how they do it. And it's a great way for you to network. This format is probably about 10 to 30 students throughout the session, so there's a lot of good one-on-one time that you might not get during the fall.
Any questions? This is a lot. Yes?
Can you describe the social science seminar?
Okay.
How about the mentors? Want to talk about what you guys learned from the class and your impression of it?
Well, the seminar class, it introduced me to a lot of, different resources we have on campus. It ranges from even knowing where the library is, to looking up information on the library database, to actually attending seminars at various research labs. For example, during summer session 2, we were able to tour the stem cell research lab, which I thought was interesting. I'm a poli-sci major, so it was a completely different world for me. So all the information there benefited me, but obviously benefited other people who were, in the science majors as well.
When you talk about the coursework involved.
In regard to the coursework in specific class, you get into specific CLT groups, which are based upon your major, and this is where you greatly connect with other students who are part of your major. And all of my friends honestly have come from those CLT groups that I was able to form during the seminar class, and these friends have opened up doors to research and helping me get through my coursework during the regular quarter.
So what that also does is it kind of helps you transition from the community college, the semester system to the UCI quarter system. They teach you different, study habits, tricks to, modify how you do study. They also teach you how to get involved in campus and different leadership opportunities, different honor societies you want to get involved in, how to network with faculty, because there's a different way you kind of have to approach faculty now at university life, because the classes are so big that it's kind of hard to get a one-on-one time with the professor, so it kind of teaches you how to get a good in with the professor.
And we had a question over here. Was that question answered, or
I
yes?
just wondered how many units the seminar is.
2 units. 2 units, and it counts towards your elective credit.
What was that question? Can you repeat it?
Oh, she asked how many units the seminar is, and it's a 2-unit elective course, and it counts towards your elective credit. It is graded. You have the option of also taking it pass, no pass, but it's completely up to you how you want to use it. Any other questions? Yes.
Would this give you priority over other students that don't come to the summer session?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Would it give you priority, like choosing classes wise when the fall comes? If you take the summer session, would it give you priority over the students that didn't take it?
Oh, I
Talking
see.
about priority enrollment first? No, it doesn't.
But in a way it does, because the way that you enroll in classes in the fall, winter, spring is based on the number of units you've completed, so that takes your transfer credit in, and then any other units you complete at UC Irvine. So the more units you're completing, the further ahead you are of your peers. So if you take some units in summer session, you may be 6 or 8 or 10 units ahead of other people at your same area of study.
Okay. Another thing is too, for your fall quarter, for the School of Social Sciences, they scheduled academic advising. So for your fall quarter, you're given a list of classes that are safe spots specifically for transfer students as well.
Yes.
What is the orientation for the transfer students?
Oh, the actual orientation?
Actual, talk with counselors?
Okay, transfer success, I believe there's 2 dates in July. I think one is July 11th. I don't have the exact dates, but I know it's early July for the actual orientation for transfer students. Unfortunately, because I think this question is going to come up next, they don't really offer academic advising for summer as much, but what you could do is you could go on, what I did at least, whenever I look at summers, I go online to my specific school, my specific major, and see what courses I need to take. And also, the summer is a good way to get prerequisite courses out of the way. That way, during the academic school year, you're prepared for what's to come.
And you can find out those classes online?
Yeah, so unfortunately we don't do academic advising either, but if you want to just go to your specific school, your specific major, I would also suggest utilizing assist.org, because assist.org you can also see what classes you weren't maybe able to take at your community college before transferring over as well. And a lot of the time, because community college is all lower division, a lot of the time those are going to be your prerequisite courses.
So the idea is that counseling is available to you, and you're going to be able to meet an academic counselor at your transfer success session, and you're going to be able to meet them and ask about your personal record and go through what's next for you and what you need to complete. So the campus is supportive in that way. It just turns out that if you come early, counselors are still available to you by phone, by walk-in, but they're also very busy helping everyone who's coming for fall, right? It's a peak period of time. So as Kaisel was saying, it's a great opportunity to take a class you know you need to complete, a prereq for your major that you could not take at your community college, something you know that you didn't take yet that you want to complete, and that way you're ready for the fall, you have to take that prereq in the fall and then continue taking classes in the winter or spring later. So if you have questions, you can call our office and we can help you look at the UCI general catalog. We can help you find your department's website. We can help you find all these resources and use them. But as Kaisel was saying, we just aren't bestowed with the honor of being an actual advisor. So we're not able to help you say, here's your account and here's what you should take. But we're very helpful in helping you find that information.
Yes.
So it said online that because we're transfer students, they automatically are putting an academic hold on our accounts until we meet with an academic advisor. But what you're saying is that we're not going to be able to do that before we register for the summer?
That's only regarding your fall quarter.
Okay,
Once you
so
meet with your
it'll-
counselor in the summer,
Okay.
you will be able to
So
register.
even though the
with them.
hold's on there now, we'll still be
It
able
does
to
not
register?
affect summer.
Thanks.
So just to reiterate the courses, it might have been a little confusing. So again, we have session 1 or session 2. You'll take the Chancellor Start seminar class and then 1 elective. Again, throughout if you want to go through the full summer, you would take the Chancellor Start seminar during session 1, along with 1 elective course, and then during session 2, you would have 2 elective courses of your choice. All right.
Is anyone confused about workload, about how that compares to fall? Is that confusing for anyone? It makes it a little confusing. So in the summer, things are compressed, right? So things are faster. You only have 6 weeks. You don't have 10 weeks, right? So you take less number of units. So in the summertime, taking 6 or 8 units makes you a full-time student. So on that slide, you saw that in session 1, you would take the required 2-unit course, then you would choose a course. That's full-time. In session 2, if you were with us for full summer, you take 2 classes. That's full-time. And then in the fall, you have 10 weeks, and you're taking 12 or 16 units. So you kind of get the feel of what does it feel like to be a full-time student at UC Irvine, working with UC Irvine faculty? How does that compare to being a full-time student at my previous college? So you're getting that experience. You're not taking less classes, you're taking the same amount. You have more support from the staff, and you're getting sort of the feel of what that's like. Any questions? Sorry.
All right, so again, we have our mentors here. All of them are previous participants last year. They came back for various reasons. You kind of want to go over why you wanted to be a mentor?
What do you say?
Well, I want to do this program because I felt like this program was really fun and it was really beneficial for my starting time at UCI, and it got my networking. It's a good networking option, and it helped me get ready for the classes. And I just want to be here to help you guys in getting started at UCI.
One good thing I took from this immersion program was that as transfer students, I know most of us felt like we're starting kind of like 2 steps back versus everybody who's been here for the 4 years. With this program, it's not the case. You hit the ground running. You are introduced to a numerous amount of faculty members who are also there willing to help you. They take time out of their summer to introduce you to their labs and such. And on top of that, the friends I've made through the summer session program are all like-minded individuals, and in that sense, we all push each other to the greatest capabilities that we have to succeed here at UCI.
Sorry. For me, I liked the program a lot when I was involved in it during the summer. And what I wanted to do was that I wanted to give the full experiences and fun that I had connecting to other people and being able to get ahead with courses, to be able to pass it on to future mentees who are interested in joining the programs. And pretty much it's like, I want them to have fun as well as being in school, because school doesn't always have to be stressful.
I agree with everyone else. Through the summer session and the seminar class, I was able to learn all about all the different resources that I generally would not be exposed to in a regular quarter setting. I would just not have the time. Additionally, through the CLT groups that we formed during the seminar, I gained a lot of my French friends and all of my connections to the school, which gave me resource opportunities, and I learned how to interact with faculty in a university environment properly.
I wanted to also say that the mentors also taught us that if you do take transfer start, when it comes the fall, you already know where the library is, where you're going to eat, you already know where the resources are, so you're not coming in the fall going, where is everything? So that is just a really good support system that you have with the mentors and with students who have been here in the past. So to me, that's one of the basic things, you know, and where everything is.
Right. Yes.
I'm just curious, like, in the panel, like, who did the session versus the 10 weeks? And like, what is the main difference?
Can you
Do you
repeat
guys
the
want
question?
friends by doing either or you just want to do 20 minutes?
Are you asking why did they decide to do the program, or?
Like, if they did the first session and wanted to do 10 weeks instead, or something like that, like they wanted to do both sessions versus one. Oh, this is actually the first year that we're doing 2 sessions. So they did 1 session, yeah. They did just session 2 last year.
So that pay for only 8 strived us to help, to give you that opportunity to take more than 8 units, so it made sense for you to be here for both sessions. And we've also, understand more clearly the need for some of you to complete prereqs. So some of your majors have courses that you could not take at another college. And so taking those in the summer turns out to be very beneficial for you. So having 2 sessions as an opportunity would be helpful. So it is our first year offering session 1 in addition to session 2. We've been doing session 2 for quite some time. So we'll have more staff to help you through both sessions.
Is housing available for this program?
Yes, housing is available through Arroyo Vista. That's our undergraduate housing complex that we use. Actually, we're going to be talking about that shortly. So again, additionally with the mentors, like I said, we put them through the LDP Leadership Development Program, LDP, and it kind of gives them additional training to help with any of your needs. We have meetings every month or so to talk about various issues, as far as transitioning to how to talk to people who are struggling with the transition to UCI, and just various ways that they can help you. They also do some CPR training in their first aid qualified, so just in case anything would ever happen. Not that we're saying anything will, but just in case, they're a good way for them to also help.
And there's actually 7 of them, so you're really safe. Okay. Okay, so like I talked about earlier, in addition to the coursework that you will be having, we do offer a series of different events. They're also called we have Inside UCI events, and those will be the ones where you're going to be going to the research labs and things like that. And we have the Collegiate Life seminars, which help you with things like graduate school admissions, research, and things like that. So, and we also have like a career center services, Collegiate Life workshops, and we also have study skills workshops. So, contrary to popular belief, transfers don't all know how to study exactly the way that they need to be studying. So, like it's going to be helpful because it's going to help you acclimate to the quarter system. Because I'm still working on it too. There's still things that I need to work on as well. So the study skills workshops are going to help with that. These are just a few of the pictures that we have from our past events. We go to Cal IT Research Lab, which is informatics and engineering. We also do stem cell research labs, as we've had access to that as well. This is the bio department, I believe, right? Yeah, limb regeneration lab. And marsh tours. So we have a lot of different types of events that we go to, and a lot of them are also interdisciplinary. So if you're interested in research, they take people from all different types of majors.
And I was going to say, for the Insights of UCI, which is the ones that will give you kind of a backstage look of what the research that's going on in the university, it's also a good opportunity for you to go see, maybe that isn't your major, but go look at it. What if that sparks something really interesting and something that you like? There's been people that go, and then that's maybe the major that they ended up going to. So we try to give you an array of different disciplines and research labs. Some are really intimate, some are larger. So think that they're going to be open to you, so try to go to as many as you can.
And along with our Inside UCI and Collegiate Life events, our mentors also throw various recreational activities. So we might go hiking in on Laguna Beach, or different things like that. So yeah, there's also a social component along with the program to help you expand your social network here on campus.
If I can add, the idea is that we don't want you to come to UCI planning your 2-year path and spend the first 2 quarters figuring out where are faculty? Like, in what building? Like, are they in the basement, or how would I even start to think about contacting a faculty
Some are in the
member?
basement.
I was gonna say, we're in the basement.
Some are not in basements, right?
Yeah.
So we want you to understand just the system of how the whole campus works, so you know where resources are and how to use them, so you're not, trepid or timid about, do I go in and what question do I ask? So you're really exposed to the whole campus. When the fall comes, you really just hit the ground running. You don't spend the first 2 quarters thinking, okay, first I'm going to just take on these classes, and the next quarter I'm going to take on the resources. So we want to blend that together so that you really just know what's going on.
Okay, so this is a really important slide too. So housing. Housing isn't mandatory, but it's highly recommended. The housing that we have during the summer, you're going to be placed with all the other transfer students that are in the program as well. So what is that? Okay, so the housing contract for the summer is separate from the one in the fall. So you would be filling out a housing contract for summer when you apply for the program. There's an option to check it off. Then you start with the housing process for summer, and then it is separate from your fall housing. So if you're wondering about the fees, we have the fees a little bit later on.
Again, it's highly recommended. We do throw a lot of our events over in the housing area or transfer house. It's a great way to get to know your fellow classmates a little bit more and kind of get used to university life. And if you want to do housing during the fall, it's a good idea to go to housing during the summer so you kind of know what to expect. And also, if you're kind of wondering if you want to do housing or not, it's a good idea to do maybe just 5 weeks here during the summer before you actually commit to the full academic year.
Can I ask the converse, how many of you know that you're going to be commuting to the campus in general? Okay, so you want to think to yourself today, what I don't want to do is drive to the campus, park my car in my parking spot, go into my classroom, and go back to my parking spot and leave the campus. Because you will not be able to take advantage of all the resources that are resume builders for you that affect your career path. So in the program, or in the fall, both, right, this message goes, you want to know people who are on campus often. So you have someone to spend time with when you have breaks. You have places to go, so you have someone you want to study with. So you're making that connection. You in turn feel like you have things to do during your time on campus. You stay longer, you go to events that you didn't think were perfect for you, and then as Tanya said, you're sparked and you think, oh wait, that was cool. I want to do something like that in my own major. I want to do something like that, but a little bit different, or I want to do that. So make sure you find ways to engage, whether you're in housing or not. It has to be a personal goal. We'll encourage you, but no one's going to give you a calendar like today and say, here's what to do for the next 4 hours, enjoy. So you really have to make it your own goal.
Are there any questions so far of the material we went over? So here are some of the important dates right here. As it says right here, transfer start enrollment for session 1 and for full session is June 5th. For session 2 is July 15th. Housing contracts again are May 30th and July 3rd. Also with our check-in, these 2 dates right here do land on a Sunday, and what they are is our orientation to the program. And what it is, we're going to have a lot of information for you throughout the summer, and that may help you throughout the academic year.
What I wanted to say is that I know that you're working really hard on trying to get the orientations all set up, but we're inviting professors, a professor at least for right now. So if you join us, that's the opportunity to get a one-on-one before you even go into the class. Meet your colleagues that are going to be the students. And also, session 1, we're doing it at our ARC, which is the Antietam Recreation Center. So we'll get to see the gym. It's kind of a barbecue at the pool. It's just a real good social with lots of resources for you to get to know somebody that day. So they're finalizing all the details on that. It's a lot of fun.
So it's going to be really great.
The most common question here is, when does fall start? It starts at the end of September, around the 24th of the month. So you go home for about 2.5 weeks and get to have some you time, set some goals, and then come back for fall at the end of
And
September.
then even though those are the deadlines, I would suggest enroll as soon as you can, because then you get the preferences of classes. So don't wait till the last minute. Try to decide so you can get in and start getting ready.
Are all this information online?
Yes.
So we're not seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're working on a few kinks on the website, but it's updated, at least with the dates and things like that. Most important information. Okay. So, fees. All right, so we included in this table, we included the course fees and the housing fees. So if you were to do just session 1, you'd be looking at $1,700. If you were doing just session 2, same thing, because it's 6 units. If you were to do full summer, it's $23.18. And like we said, if you utilize that pay for 8, if you don't use the 8, if we didn't have a pay for 8, you'd be looking at a total, what was it, like 46,000? 4,600?
Approximately $4,600.
Yeah, so you're saving a lot of money. It's still cheaper than the fall quarter. For housing, it's a little bit different for each session, but it's $870 for session 1 in that Arroyo Vista housing that we were talking about, $848 for session 2, and then for full summer it's $1,761. And I don't know, is his head in the way of the bottom fees? But we have the total fees here with housing if you're planning on doing that right here. So session 1, session 2, and full summer.
And this pay for only 8 promotion, it's not like an every summer thing. We love to offer it every summer that we can, but the truth is this may be your only summer where pay for only 8 is an incentive. And after that, it could go back to pay for every unit. So really, this is not something that happens every year. We want to make sure that you're aware of that and you can take advantage of that.
Yes?
Are there scholarships or grants for people with financial need?
Yes. So for summer financial aid, which is actually going to be this one, we just skip that. We can just talk about it. For summer financial aid, summer session is considered the last quarter of the academic school year. So if you want to get any financial aid for summer, you would have to fill out you have to add, if you'd already did it, you add UCI onto your 2013-2014 FAFSA. So it's different than the stuff that you're getting in the fall. So I would suggest if you've already SIR'd, I would suggest to already start the financial aid application just to see what you get for the summer, because summer's a little bit different from the fall in that the scholarships and grants are on a first come, first served basis. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
What is the deadline for training in the 2013-14?
Okay, so this is the tricky part. The UCI financial aid website will tell you June 30th, but that's after the deadline to apply. What we would suggest is that just take care of the FAFSA as soon as you SIR. And even if you intend on doing the program or not, just to see if you want to see if you're basing your enrollment off of financial aid in general, then it's good to just get that done and see if you can do it, if it's possible. It's for UCI in general. I think that the summer aid that's a deadline, June 30th. But that's if you're willing to front the cost and then wait until financial aid comes in. That's also an option as well.
Okay.
Any other questions about financial aid? Yes.
Is that the FAFSA application that opened up this year, or is it like how it opens up every January 1st?
Oh yeah. It's last year's.
Last year.
Yeah, so it's 2013,
So if I
2014.
fill it out, then what do we do?
Yeah, you just add UCI to it.
Okay.
And then they'll get sent to the school. Yes.
Is the summer financial aid application online? Or
Yes.
Okay.
All the financial aid applications are online.
So on our website, both these links exist. So there's an enroll section of our website, and it gives you step-by-step directions. Do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. So financial aid is listed there, so you can read through how to click on these links.
And you can call our office and we can help you, walk you through it if you need help.
I have a question when it comes to the classes. I have been using assist.org and logging up and checking the classes that I need to complete the degree. And I know some of the classes, they have like prereqs, which I'm currently enrolled in at the community college. I don't know if I'd still be able to enroll in the other classes, or do we need to speak to someone to get cleared?
Oh, you mean as in like right now?
Yeah, like I'm
You're still
currently
finishing
taking
it up?
classes that would be considered the prereq to the ones I would want to enroll in.
Okay. So you would just need, how exactly does that work?
I have the same problem.
Oh, you have the same
I can
problem?
address it. Most of the time, you can't enroll for that summer class that you want to take if you have the prereq already enrolled.
So you should list the course you want to take on your enrollment form. Our office will review your enrollment form and we'll send you an email if we need you to do any action, okay? So if we need you to do any action, it means you might have to contact your academic counselor, explain to them what your current enrollments are. Your counselor will update your UCI record, and then summer session can go forward. So we help you through that process.
Any other questions?
So, like Lori was saying, if you do have any other questions, you can, about anything, email us over at summer-transfer@uca.edu. But as of right now, do you have any questions for us? We want to open up a Q&A session for us or any of the panelists.
I was going to say, if anybody really wants to ask the mentors questions, they're the ones who are studying, all of them up there are studying. Anything that you think a student can answer, they're the ones.
Yes.
How hard was the transition from community college to the quarter system? And I care, you say, are the classes hard, the classes that they offer, or how do you guys cope with them after being in the semester system?
Who wants to go? Anybody can go.
Personally, I would say the transition was hard because you're coming from a 16-week to a 10-week system, whereas, you know, how your midterms would be at a semester school like week 5 or week 6, but here the midterms are week 3. So starting the first day of lecture, your professors will be lecturing about the first day of material, so you cannot fall behind. So just try to keep up with everything, and it shouldn't be bad as long as you keep up with your work.
Oh, actually, we'll hold that and then you can, yeah.
In terms of workload, I feel I'm sorry, can I inquire what your major is?
Criminology, long side.
Perfect. Alright, well, in the School of Social Sciences, before social ecology and,
Yeah.
Social ecology.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of reading. And personally, as a poli-sci major, I've gone through, in summer, I went through maybe 400 to 500 pages of reading. That's not to say it's not possible, because it really is. And that's another thing with the workshops in the Transfer Summer Start programs. They teach you, for lack of a better phrase, I'm sorry, shortcuts to get through the reading, to get the main meat of the reading, you know. And one thing I want to suggest is be prepared for discussion sections. They're critical to lectures, and getting help from the TA is sometimes easier to do than getting help from the actual professor during office hours as well.
If I could add something, I'm a UCI graduate, and the key to studying at any university, right, your previous college or UC Irvine, is really having a community of people that you can lean on. That energy is harnessed between each other, and you support each other and encourage each other, stay up late together, get up early together, and really kind of push forward. You don't want to do it alone, right? And so that's one of the main benefits of this program, is you start building that network early. When you come in, you already know who you can lean on. You already know who to call for support. And you have that just sort of like peer-to-peer network, right? As administrators, we can offer you administrative services and resources, but really we know that you also want to have that peer-to-peer network to keep you going, so that when it's hard, you get through it together.
And then,
Do you know if the university offers any jobs? They offer the classes for summer?
on the university itself.
Yeah, you know.
Repeat the question, sir?
If there are any, if the university offers any jobs, they offer classes, you know, but
Yeah, the question is, does the university offer any jobs to help you pay for tuition and whatnot? And the answer is yes. There are plenty of positions throughout different departments on campus. You also, if you qualify, you can opt for a work-study program, which is pretty much almost a guaranteed job. But yeah, there are plenty of opportunities.
Well, I'm going to say those two right there are students who are working. So
forgot.
that's an opportunity right there. So that could be you less time next year.
So much fun I almost forgot I was working.
Yeah. Yes. Right here.
Oh, okay. Going back to what he said, is the job offered also this summer, or is it not at all?
Yeah, that's what I asked.
For summer?
For summer.
Just for just summer jobs?
So yeah, so if you're doing like a summer session 1 or 2, can you get like a job on campus while doing that?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can go ahead and go to the Career Center. They always has a lot of resources to offer. But there are transfer students that I know who actually got hired during the summer.
So there's a whole website. You log in with your student ID and password, and all the campus jobs and external jobs that are local are all presented in one place for you to search through, see what interests you and meets, you have your personal background. And then like any job, you start applying for these things and going to interviews. So there's a whole system set up just for UCI students. So you could get a job on campus,
from a local corporation that posts their job with the UC Irvine campus. Those are all available throughout the year and based on everyone's hiring timelines.
So the website's called Zotlink.
Yeah.
So it's like career.uci.edu, and you just follow the link to Zotlink.
So as we're here, we're developing a program. So for example, if that's something that this group needs, our mentors can put together a workshop to help you. Where's the resource? How do you do it? How do you do the resume? And we can help you at Transfer Start to do that. That's the kind of thing the mentors and Kaisel and Joe will put together for you.
Oh, you got a question?
I noticed on your slide it said you couldn't enroll online. So where do you go on campus to enroll for the summer session? The transfer center?
So go ahead and go to our website, summer.uci.edu/transfer, and then we're going to have an enroll tab. And right there, they're going to have step-by-step how to enroll. What you do is there's an enrollment form that you actually print out, fill out, and you can either mail it to our office right here.
Why don't you go, can you click on it and look at live and then you can walk? Oh, it's right there.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
That way they can take a look at it.
All right, so here's our.
Oh, it's not on the screen. I don't know what to do.
Together they will do this. We just need a moment.
Interesting. Please hold.
It's okay.
So there's a link right here. Go ahead. You gotta,
But if I wanted to say after I leave here, go in and enroll, where would I do
I
that
see.
in person?
Okay, so our office is in University Extension. So from here,
If you want afterwards, we can help you and give you a map and direct you to how to get to our office, and we can go from there if you want. Anyone else who wants to. We're walking back, so you can follow us or go together.
Question here?
I came in late, and so I was wondering if this PowerPoint was online somewhere.
We could put it online if you want, yes.
And also, I don't know if you already answered this, but how much would the average amount of units during the summer session be?
6 to 8.
And we'll be around if you want to talk to us after, and we can fill you in on anything else if you want.
For those of you who worked during the summer or during the school year, what's the max amount of hours you worked either on campus or off? And being able to finish your homework.
So there's actually a cap on hours you can work as a student during school, which is 19 and a half hours. That's on the university.
That's if you're working at the university. Yeah.
Well, let me give you guys some background. I'm a commuter. I live about 50 miles away from campus, and I do work at Disneyland, so I work about 30 hours a week. Summer session 2, I took the 6 units, and I did really well. And I think that really depends on your study habits and your work ethic. Coming from community college, I was a little bit more relaxed, but summer session really shaped me up really quick. The professors are on you, on the material and everything from the get-go, so that really helps as well. During the fall, following quarters, I take 16 units, and my work hours are about 20 to 25.
My question kind of tags along on that because me personally, I'm a full-time student at my community college, but I'm also a full-time employee as a manager. And transitioning out here, I'm thinking about transferring with my job, which will be full-time as well. So is that something that's probably not, if I wanted to do the summer program, would this not be recommended to do or whatnot? Because I'm just trying to get at least a feel of what I need to do with my employment too, because I'm solely responsible for my own finances transitioning over here.
Yeah, I'm actually in the same boat. I've been working, I'm the same thing, full-time student, full-time worker. It's, like he said, it's really up to you, for me, a lot of the decisions that I make about the courses that I take, the times and everything, I try to make it so it's very flexible in the summer, and during the fall quarter. I accommodate them to when my work schedule is. So I always make sure to leave. What I would suggest is practice self-care, because it's going to be really hard especially if you're doing full-time, because I'm also the same situation where I have to pay for everything too. So just leave a lot of space, make sure you have days off, at least 2 days out of the week where you can catch up on everything, just take a breather, because it gets really intense. My mistake was when I first started at UCI, was that I thought that I could do it all at one time. I thought I could take like a full, because at my community college I was doing, overload, 5 classes a quarter, or 5 classes a semester and full-time. So just kind of feel it out first. What I would suggest is in terms of at least academics, take it slow in the beginning. Well, it's good with summer because you have that option, during at least the academic school year. Take it slow and feel it out and see what you're comfortable with, and then take it from there.
So you think at least with the summer program, I can maybe it'll be more manageable?
Yeah, because you don't have to take full summer.
Yeah.
If you want to do that 6 units during the for a session, and if you were to do just 1 class during session 2, that's also possible. Yeah, because a lot of our classes during the summer are offered 2 times a week. A lot of commuters that I know, what they did was they put the seminar and their elective course on the same day, so they were only going to class 2 days out of the week.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I don't like the same thing, I just want to know, because that's what I was planning on doing, 1 class each session, and I know full-time would be taking 2 classes, and would that be recommended, or is it better if I just do the 1 class to feel it out? I just don't want to try to do too much, because I work as well here.
Sorry. Honestly, if you feel like taking it a bit slower is better for you, I would recommend doing so. Because this is your education, it's entirely up to you, and this is just for you. So if you think you can handle a little bit more of the workload for classes, then I suggest doing so. The 6 units, I feel in 1 session were actually a tool for me to keep myself on time for things. This summer I'm taking 16 units and working the same hours, but because of the preparation I had from the program and having it roll over throughout the year, I feel more confident. And I think you being here in this seminar and you actually inquiring about the program put you in the same mindset as well. So honestly, I would probably suggest to push yourself to take it.
Also, the 2-unit course that you take the first session that you come to Transfer Start, that course, it plays in with your 4-unit course. So the professor of the 2-unit course knows that you are in another course and you're experiencing certain things, and they're kind of playing off of each other. So the first quarter you join us, it is recommended that you take 6 units. If you come for session 1 and take the 6 units, in session 2, it's fully up to you if you want to take another 8 units or maybe just 4 and take things a little bit slower. But it is recommended to take another class with that 2-unit course.
Let's say I wanted to take session 1 because I thought that maybe I should just go with 1. I take session 1 and I love it, and I say I want to take session 2. Is it possible that I can pay the fees later on and get everything sorted out for session 2, even though I plan only for session 1?
Well, plan on that because you are going to look first off. And then, yes, you can go session 1, fill it out, as long as you make the session 2 deadlines.
And again, classes are first come, first served for enrollment. So if you need to get specific classes, it makes sense to go ahead and save your seat in those classes as soon as you can in advance. You can drop a course, we have drop deadlines. You can go backwards and make the drop deadline. But adding later and later and later just, it sort of, it decreases your chances of getting the courses you want. And then housing, you do have to plan for. So housing, you can't add that late or last minute. That you have to really kind of commit to.
Any other questions for mentors or else?
All right, well, thank you for your time. We're going to stay up here a little longer. If you have any questions you want to come up and ask, feel free. Thank you.